英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
Heavy rains caused damage in northern Kanto on July 17th and 18th. In Ashikaga, Tochigi, a landslide destroyed a house and an elderly couple is missing. Search efforts continue. The region recorded historic rainfall. In Maebashi, Gunma, a city bridge collapsed, leading to road closures.
Takahiro Imakita, 37, arrested for abandoning one of two women's bodies, confessed he transported and abandoned both victims alone in his car. Police are now investigating potential murder charges. One victim is identified as Sonoko Ikeda, 44. The other is believed to be her 20-year-old daughter.
Today, July 18th, marks 7 years since the arson attack at Kyoto Animation Studio, which tragically killed 36 employees. A memorial service was held at the former studio site in Kyoto. Bereaved families and related individuals attended to offer prayers for the victims.
On July 17th, in Sarabetsu, Hokkaido, a 40-year-old veteran hunter was attacked by a brown bear. Despite serious injuries, he poked the bear's eyes, then shot and killed it with a rifle at close range. The hunter is conscious and his life is not in danger.
Japan's defense industry is at a turning point as lethal weapon exports are now permitted. Increasing personnel and production capacity is a key challenge for manufacturers like Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. The government changed its security policy in April. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is boosting staff due to surging defense orders.
The Ministry of Defense is planning to hold information sessions for local residents next month regarding the deployment of long-range missiles. These missiles will be stationed at a ground self-defense force base in Kumamoto City. This marks the first time the ministry will hold such public briefings for general residents.
A nurse, Miyuki Furukawa, 51, was arrested for allegedly killing a 70-year-old patient by mixing human waste into his IV drip in Chiba. The syringe believed to be used has not been found. Police suspect she may have destroyed evidence and are investigating the incident.
A 68-year-old woman in Takamatsu City plans to sue the city for emotional distress. She claims emergency transport was refused because she was alone, despite no legal requirement for an escort. Firefighters initially denied her transport. She was later hospitalized for an intestinal obstruction.
A body believed to be a 5-year-old boy, missing since June 21st, was found on July 17th in Kagoshima's Tenjo River. The boy disappeared from a hot spring facility. The body was discovered about 700 meters downstream. High, murky river water likely delayed discovery, despite extensive search efforts.
次は社会のニュースです。
The revised Imperial House law passed the upper house, aiming to secure the number of imperial family members. It allows female royals to keep their status after marriage and enables the adoption of male descendants from former imperial families. The Imperial Household Agency commissioners stated they would appropriately support the imperial family's activities, considering their feelings.
Takahiro Imakita, 37, arrested for abandoning a body in Nara, has confessed to disposing of two bodies by himself using his car. Police are now investigating possible murder. One victim is identified as Sonoko Ikeda, 44, and the other is believed to be her 20-year-old daughter. Imakita reportedly had an affair with Sonoko.
Today marks 7 years since the tragic arson attack at Kyoto Animation Studio, where 36 employees lost their lives. A memorial service took place at the former studio site in Kyoto. Family members and related parties attended, offering prayers and remembering those who were killed in the devastating incident.
Heavy rains caused significant damage in northern Kanto on July 17th and 18. In Ashikaga, Tochigi, a landslide destroyed a house, with an elderly couple still missing. The city recorded its highest 48-hour rainfall. Meanwhile, in Maebashi, Gunma, a city bridge over the Katsura River collapsed, leading to road closures.
In Sarabetsu Village, Hokkaido, an experienced male hunter, aged in his 40s, was attacked by a brown bear on July 17th. Despite sustaining serious injuries, he managed to poke the bear's eyes to disorient it. He then used his rifle to kill the bear at close range. His condition is stable.
A 68-year-old woman in Takamatsu plans to sue the city, alleging emotional distress. She claims emergency transport was refused in December 2024 because she lived alone and had no companion. She later went to a hospital diagnosed with an intestinal obstruction. She highlights this problem for many elderly living alone.
Japan is bracing for extreme heat, with many areas already exceeding 35 degrees Celsius today. The peak is expected around July 22nd, when Nagoya is forecast to reach 40 degrees Celsius. This could be Japan's first extreme heat day, a new classification for temperatures over 40 degrees. Residents are urged to take strict precautions against heat stroke.
The Ministry of Defense is planning to hold briefing sessions for local residents next month regarding the deployment of long-range missiles. These missiles will be stationed at a ground self-defense force base in Kumamoto City. This marks the first time the ministry will directly address general residents on this issue.
A revised law on Japan's retrial system passed on July 17th. Hideko Hakamada, sister of Iwao Hakamada, who was acquitted in a retrial, expressed disappointment, calling the revisions not proper. The new law generally prohibits prosecutors from appealing retrial decisions. However, Hakamada hopes for future reviews of the system.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Crude oil prices surged this week, with Brent futures hitting their highest since April. This is due to escalating U.S.-Iran tensions as both nations exchange attacks. Concerns are rising over oil supplies through the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. reportedly sent refueling planes to Israel, and Iran is targeting ships, demanding passage permission.
Shizuoka Prefecture and JR Tokai signed an environmental agreement on July 18th, allowing construction to begin on the linear Shinkansen's Shizuoka section. The deal includes environmental measures and permits construction halts for unforeseen issues. They also agreed on regional promotion. Governor Suzuki aims to address resident concerns, while JR Tokai's president seeks a swift start.
House builder bankruptcies surged by 90% in the first half of 2026, reaching 118 cases. This is the highest total in 13 years. Key reasons include high costs, labor shortages, rising material prices, and higher housing loan interest rates. Most failures are due to poor sales. More bankruptcies are anticipated.
A new law penalizing acts of damaging the Japanese national flag has been passed and enacted. The House of Councilors plenary session approved the legislation with support from parties including the Liberal Democratic Party, Nippon Ishin no Kai, Democratic Party for the People, and Sansaito.
A revised Imperial House law has been enacted to secure imperial family members. It allows female royals to remain in the imperial household after marriage. The law also permits adopting male descendants from former imperial families. This was passed by a majority vote in the House of Councilors.
A revised Code of Criminal Procedure reviewing the retrial system has been enacted. This new law primarily prohibits prosecutors from appealing decisions to start a retrial. It passed with majority support in the House of Councilors, backed by parties like the Liberal Democratic Party.
The government announced it will decide on a policy for reducing consumption tax on food items by early next month. This decision will be included in this year's basic policy guidelines. The announcement was made at a Liberal Democratic Party meeting, signaling the government's intention to address food costs.
Apple has raised iPhone prices in Japan by about 10%. The standard iPhone 17 now costs 142,800 yen, up 13,000 yen. This increase is due to soaring memory semiconductor costs and the weak yen. Higher-end models also saw price hikes. U.S. prices, however, remain unchanged.
Saga Prefecture and the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism agreed on an environmental assessment for the Nishi-Kyushu Shinkansen. The deal caps Saga's financial burden, a new measure potentially allowing full-standard Shinkansen construction. Nagasaki Prefecture will also share costs. The assessment for the Shintosu to Takeo Onsen section begins in 2027.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Takaoka Daiichi High School pitcher Yuta Maeda achieved a rare feat on July 18th. In the Toyama tournament, the third-year student threw a no-hitter and recorded 20 strikeouts, fanning every batter. Maeda, a potential draft pick, reached a top speed of 155 kilometers per hour. This outstanding performance is drawing significant attention in high school baseball.
Dodgers pitcher Roki Sasaki started against the Yankees on July 17th. He threw his fastest MLB pitch at 101.8 miles per hour, or about 164 kilometers per hour. Sasaki pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowing only one unearned run. 21 of his pitches exceeded 100 miles per hour. The Dodgers secured a 2-1 victory.
The Hiroshima Carp removed player Masaya Yano from their active roster on July 17th. This follows a magazine report showing Yano with a man indicted for providing the illegal drug etomidate, known as zombie tobacco, to a former Carp player. The team stated it was inappropriate for Yano to play while under suspicion. They are conducting a further investigation.
Shohei Ohtani completed the first half for the Dodgers with MVP-level two-way play. Despite left knee discomfort since June, he received treatment on July 12th. The main question is whether Ohtani can continue his full two-way performance in the second half. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are leading their division by a large margin with MLB's best record. Concerns are growing over player health at the North American World Cup final. Air pollution from recent wildfires is creating unhealthy conditions. Authorities are worried about the impact on athletes during the highly anticipated match. This situation highlights the challenges of holding major sporting events amidst environmental issues.
Argentina's Lionel Messi expressed strong determination for the World Cup final against Spain. At a press conference in New York, Messi, aiming for back-to-back titles, stated, "Pressure is natural. I want to enjoy it. I want to win. The final is just 2 days away."
Aomori Yamada High School's soccer club has suspended over a dozen members, including key players, for drinking and smoking. This was confirmed on July 17th. Despite the disciplinary action, the team, a prefectural champion, still plans to participate in the national tournament starting July 25th. School officials confirmed their intention to compete.
Mai Yamamoto, a 26-year-old guard from Japan's Paris Olympics team, has signed with the WNBA's reigning champions, the Las Vegas Aces. The contract announced on July 17th covers the remainder of the current season. If she debuts, Yamamoto will become the fifth Japanese player in WNBA history. She is known for her strong three-point shooting.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
The risk of a full-scale war between the U.S. and Iran is rising. U.S. forces attacked Iran for the seventh night, targeting infrastructure. Iran responded by attacking power plants and desalination facilities in Kuwait. The U.S. aims to degrade Iran's military capabilities. Iran warned of an offensive if U.S. attacks persist, heightening tensions in the region.
Over 5,000 people have died from a series of M7-class earthquakes that struck Venezuela last month. The National Assembly Speaker confirmed 5,069 deaths, mostly in coastal areas. Approximately 20,000 people are displaced and living in crowded temporary camps. These camps are experiencing water shortages and worsening sanitation.
The UK's ruling Labour Party has elected Andy Burnham as its new leader. He is expected to become Prime Minister on July 20th. Burnham, former Manchester mayor, plans to decentralize government functions from London. He proposes a number 10 North in Manchester to promote regional growth and enhance public services nationwide.
Smoke from Canadian wildfires is causing severe air pollution across the eastern U.S. Over 100 million people in 18 states and Washington, D.C. were under air quality advisories on July 17th. Concerns are rising for the World Cup final near New York on July 19th. Canada currently battles about 900 wildfires, burning a vast area.
A charter flight carrying 179 South Korean tourists arrived at Fukushima Airport on July 17th. This flight connected Fukushima with South Korea's Cheongju International Airport. It marks the first time in 9 years that a charter flight has operated between South Korea and Fukushima, signaling renewed tourism ties.
The White House has confirmed that Chinese President Xi Jinping's planned visit to the United States in September is still as planned. This announcement suggests that preparations for the high-profile meeting between the two leaders are proceeding as expected, indicating ongoing diplomatic engagement between the two nations.
U.S. Trade Representative Greer announced that a decision on new tariff measures, replacing the Trump administration's current 10% tariffs expiring on July 24th, will take several weeks. These new measures could affect various countries and regions, including Japan. The delay indicates ongoing discussions regarding future trade policies.
German Chancellor Merz announced that German troops will participate in French military nuclear exercises for the first time later this year. This decision, with French President Macron, aims to complement the U.S. nuclear umbrella and strengthen deterrence. Both nations seek to develop strategic cooperation on nuclear defense.
A Ukrainian drone attack on a major Russian online retailer's warehouse in Russia's Tambov region has killed 7 night shift workers. The regional governor reported on July 18th that over 20 people were also injured. The incident occurred during the night, causing significant casualties at the facility.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Comedian Hitoshi Matsumoto announced he underwent surgery for a colon tumor. He revealed on a live stream the operation was difficult, and part of his intestine is currently protruding. Matsumoto plans to continue working for months before another surgery. His agency confirmed his discharge and his scheduled appearance on a downtown live stream.
Yukiko Nikaido, the original voice actress for Mine Fujiko in Lupin III, passed away on July 3rd at the age of 87. Her son announced her peaceful passing due to old age. Nikaido was an actress and voice actress, also known for her work in 3,000 Leagues in Search of Mother. Her husband was actor Hiroshi Yagyu.
High-definition color images of parts of Horyuji Temple's Golden Hall murals, damaged by fire in 1949, have been restored. These will be displayed at a special exhibition at the Nara National Museum starting July 18th. Fujifilm restored the sixth wall using original monochrome and color photographic plates from 1935, combining them digitally.
Reika Kuroki, a former influencer, received a suspended sentence for evading 157 million yen in corporate taxes. She was found guilty of hiding about 500 million yen in income. The prosecution called her actions malicious due to planned and habitual methods. Kuroki had claimed health issues and sexual harassment by investigators during her trial.
Comedian Masayasu Wakabayashi of Audrey did not win the Naoki Prize for his debut novel Ao-ten. Kasumi Asakura won for Kengwai. Judges praised Wakabayashi's physical and uncalculated writing but debated the novel's 1990s Tokyo setting for modern appeal. They expressed anticipation for his future literary endeavors.
Shogi player Sota Fuji, the Oi title holder, won the second game of the Oi-sen match against Takumi Ito, a Nidai title holder. This victory ties the series at 1 win each. The intense match saw both players employing powerful techniques in a fierce struggle for dominance.
4 individuals have been designated living national treasures: Hideo Tosha for Nagata Naramono, Yoshijudayu Kiyomoto for Kiyomoto Bushi Joruri, Masato Fujita for Kinma Lacquerware, and Masatoyo Miyoshi for Tankin Metalwork. This recognition honors their exceptional skills in traditional arts, increasing the total number of living national treasures to 109.
Editor and critic Goro Yamada, diagnosed with primary unknown cancer in October 2024, shared his current condition on YouTube. Appearing with an oxygen tube, he stated he can no longer walk or eat solid food. Yamada revealed he was in a coma in March, became wheelchair-bound, and now requires oxygen due to fluid buildup.
Audio tapes from the set of Akira Kurosawa's unreleased American film Tora, Tora, Tora have been discovered. The National Film Archive calls these extremely valuable records, as no film footage from Kurosawa's direction is known to exist. Kurosawa was dismissed as director 3 weeks into filming in 1968.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。